Hey guys, we're back with another video. This one's a little different. We decided to do a Q&A. We asked you guys a few weeks back to submit any questions you guys had for us. We also want to take this opportunity to thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
And there's no better way to thank them by making a very self-indulgent video.
So we got a lot of questions. We obviously can't answer all of them, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
sorry about that.
if we didn't get to your question, we profusely apologize. We have some longer questions and some shorter questions. So we've chosen the longer questions in advance. The shorter questions are all in a bag and we will choose them at random until we're finished.
Yeah,
So I guess we'll go long question, short question, long question, short question, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So the first question, what seems to be a very common one.
It's a very common question.
Yeah.
We get asked all the time.
How did bro pull?
How did bro pull?
Well, let me tell you. So no, we actually met in 2020. Actually, I slid in her DMs. I was actually working on a photography project where I was sending out film to like different photographers around the world. I want to create this book, and so she was one of the photographers I had contacted, and kind of just from there we just kind of started talking and connected through music. Actually, the book never came about because of the pandemic. It
We got married.
messed everything up. But yeah, I got a wife out of the project, so
We first really started talking because on February 11th, 2020, The Strokes released a single from their first new album, and Souvenirs, At the Door. And I was so excited, and then I listened to it and I absolutely hated it. So I went on Instagram, of course, and posted it to my story and expressed my disappointment. And Archie replied because he was also profoundly disappointed. And from that day, we just spoke every single day during the pandemic. Couldn't meet. A year and a half later, I came to Canada for the first time. We met. We were soulmates. It was perfect. And a few months later, we got married.
yeah.
Yeah, on February 11th. So exactly 2 years after The Strokes released At the Door. Well, that's what F11 is. Someone asked about that. F11 is February 11th.
All right. So this says favorite album covers. Yeah, what are your favorite album covers?
One of my favorites is very simple. We'll put these on the screen so you can see them. You don't have to Google them. Phantom Brickworks by Vibevilla.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very, very simple, but I love it just so clean. I also love Sanctuary and Eternal by Mount Fugitive.
Oh, nice.
He has very nice album covers.
Yeah.
And Archie just ordered yet another vinyl to our house. I don't know what it is, but it's called Home Decor.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who?
Danny Scott Lane.
Danny Scott Lane,
Yeah.
Home Decor.
Yeah.
It's like mid-century modern. It's wonderful. I love it.
My favorite album covers, I have a lot. I think the first one that comes to mind is Mala by Devendra Banhart.
That's a great one.
I think he painted that himself. So I really like the peaceful vibes on that one. Night Drive by the Chromatics. It's just kind of like a drawing girl on her phone. It's kind of dope. Maps by Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel. It's kind of like a play on the airplane. EasyJet.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Safety instructions.
Yeah.
And then I would say Pray for Paris by West Side Gun. Designed by the late Virgil Abloh.
Someone asked us what role music plays in our relationship or something like that. Music is pretty much what brought us together in the first place with the Strokes.
Yeah.
And from there, we just really bonded over music. We would talk about it all the time. We used to listen to music on the phone together. Archie would say, make a playlist, choose 10 songs that remind you of a specific event or something like that, a specific time in your life, put them in a playlist, and then we would listen to them on the phone together and just talk about music. And that's just continued through our whole relationship. When we're at home, we're listening to music constantly.
Driving around.
Driving around, we listen to music, we talk about it, just constantly talking about music. So it plays a huge part in our relationship.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I personally listen to music all the time, and when we're kind of just sitting around, I'm just like pulling up music facts. Plays a huge part in our life, and obviously brought us together.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
And now we have this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Why is the producer video deleted?
Oh man, if you're a real one, you would have seen this producer video. I did a producer bracket. That was the very first video that was posted on this channel. I had a bracket of 32 producers, and I did my thing. I watched it. I watched it a few weeks back, I guess, and basically it was just cringy.
It was great.
Being on camera by myself, mumbling, and also honestly, like I like the way the bracket kind of unfolded. I think that my choices would have been different now. Like, I don't know. It was just, it just wasn't good. Maybe I'll do another one in the future, but yeah, that one's hidden right now. So again, if you saw that one, thanks, man. You're a real one. The next question was how the channel came to be.
Yeah,
how did the channel
a lot
come
of
to be?
people asked about this, like how it started, what gave us the idea. The first thing I want to address is this. So someone asked us what gave us the idea to start a couples channel. And this is not a couples channel. I want to make that clear. And
actually, it wasn't even supposed to be a hip hop channel, to be honest, or a reaction channel.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be music.
But yeah, the idea for the channel, like I said, it kind of started off as a joke, and then, like I said, we usually just talk about music anyway. So we were like, okay, well, it'd be cool. It would be fun if we just kind of like played games.
Do it in front of a camera.
Yeah, like do a bracket or like do some tier lists and stuff like this. And then the first reaction video we did was Mad Villain.
Yeah.
I said, or the title was My Wife Reacts to Her First Hip Hop Album. And of course I picked Mad Villainy, one of the more complex. I just thought it'd be funny, clickbait, and people actually watched that shit. I thought we were just gonna put stuff into the voids, and now
here we are
here.
making a question answer video.
Yeah, what do we got here? Oh wow, favorite reaction channels.
Oh wow.
I guess the first one I'll mention is not necessarily a reaction channel. They do more reviews. It's Dead End Hip Hop. They were the first like music related. They're actually the first channel I've ever subscribed to on YouTube.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I started watching them when they did the Yeezus review. This was obviously a while ago. And then I just kind of watched their videos throughout the years, and like they're kind of like, I don't know, just kind of watching a bunch of buddies just talk.
They're great guys.
Yeah.
Even I like Dead End Hip Hop.
Vibevilla. Vibevilla's they're definitely one of my favorite reactors. A couple of dudes from Toronto. They're just amazing at breaking down bars, and they're straight up hip hop. So I really like them. And this other guy that we're gonna mention, his name is Smags.
We love you, Smags.
We love Smags.
If you ever watch this, we love you. God bless you.
Yeah, SMAGS. We'll link his shit in the description. But
he's so honest.
Yeah.
He truly is. He's so funny. He's so honest. He just gives his actual opinion. He listens, like he reacts to like
alternative,
like Boards of Canada.
Yeah.
Or like who the hell is reacting to Boards of Canada?
Those were his first videos too, I think. Like Boards of Canada albums. He did
Geo Gaddy and
he did Aphex Twin, a bunch of Aphex Twin.
So he listens to like or reacts to like more alternative stuff.
Yeah, he reacted to like The Strokes, Interpol, just like favorites of ours. So like, shout out to Smags.
Yeah, funny guy.
Yeah. If you guys follow or watch any of those people we mentioned, like, let them know that F11 sent you, and we're huge fans of theirs. So the next question, we were asked a couple of times, what are our favorite places that we've traveled to?
I'll let you take the lead.
You want me to go first?
Archie is extremely well traveled, actually.
Yeah, I had this goal of traveling to 30 countries before I reached 30 years old. So that was accomplished, and I've kind of lost track now of how many countries I've been to.
No big deal.
Yeah, favorite places, I would say Iceland. Iceland's my favorite country. It's like being on 7 different planets. I also like Lanzarote, which is part of the Canary Islands, Spain. It's just such an amazing vast, covered in dormant volcanoes.
It looks like Mars.
Yeah, it does. Interesting architecture. What do you call it? Succulent plants is great. I love that place. New Zealand, and Canada, where we live. Yeah. So I love Canada. I love Scotland too.
Well, my favorite place is Montreal.
Of course.
Montreal is definitely one of my all-time favorite cities.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. It's like Europe in North America. It's so beautiful. It's so artsy.
Yeah.
It has a great art scene. It has great coffee, something I look for. It's just so nice to just walk around. There's tons of free art galleries. It's just such a cool place. Yeah. And I had been dreaming of going there since I was like 15. So I found
which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty random.
Yeah. So we went there on our honeymoon. We also went to Barcelona. on our honeymoon, which is another one of my all-time favorite places.
Yeah.
It's so artsy as well. There's so much to do. There's so much to see. They have amazing museums, amazing art galleries.
Yeah. Amazing
Amazing food, obviously. Like record stores, like the area of Barn.
Yeah.
It's just perfection.
Yeah.
It's got like design stores,
That's definitely one of my favorite neighborhoods
areas ever in the world, ever.
Yeah.
Love Barcelona. I love Vancouver. Very chilled out.
Yeah.
I love my own country, obviously, Scotland. And I love Valencia in Spain. We also went there together. I used to live there. I just think it's one of the best cities in the world.
What's that?
Pineapple on pizza or no? Yes. I think, obviously it's not authentic, but it's 2024. You're allowed to have pineapple on pizza. I personally, that's one of my favorite kinds of pizza. Pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, low-key, that's one of my favorites too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think you're just being stubborn if you refuse to have pineapple on pizza.
Hey man, don't be a hater.
Broaden your horizons. It's 2024.
That answers that.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Molly's background.
Yeah. This is one of the most frequently asked questions. Probably on every single video, someone asks, where am I from or what is my accent? Someone asked why it seems like I have lived in every country in the world. Am I French? Do I speak French? I am Scottish. I come from Scotland. I know that my accent doesn't always make that immediately obvious. I haven't lived in every country in the world. I've lived in France, Spain, Scotland, obviously. And now Canada. Not French. Do I speak French? Yes, I speak French fluently. I also speak Spanish fluently. I lived in France for a year. I went to university there. Then I moved to Spain for 2 years where I taught English as a second language. Went back to Scotland, finished my degree. Then I did a master's degree in translation and interpreting. And then I came to Canada, where I live.
Favorite moment and biggest challenge for this channel so far. What's your favorite moment so far?
A lot of favorite moments, I think.
Yeah.
There are little moments every day when people leave a nice comment. There have been lots of nice comments. Some of them are really, they stick in my head. They really meant a lot to me.
Yeah, likewise, for sure. Yeah, for me personally, I remember coming home from work, like I was hearing Atrocity Exhibition playing loud from the kitchen, like she was you were cooking or doing something there. I was like, holy shit, you actually you're listening to this in your spare time. So I was like, whoa, that's cool. Yeah, so that was really cool. And then we kind of just had a full circle moment where we ended up actually seeing Danny Brown earlier this year.
That was one of my favorite moments.
Yeah. And then kind of like low key, just kind of noticed like when we as we do these videos, like the more we do them, like she's impressive, like the way she's catching bars, the way she's like I remember when we did all the Kendrick and Drake stuff because I'm not used to reacting, like first reaction. So when we were doing that, and then halfway you're the one breaking down the bars, I was like, oh shit, bro. Challenges. How about you go first? What do you?
I think a big challenge is just like knowing that a video of you exists on the internet, giving your opinion. That's terrifying. One of my biggest challenges, I think, is cutting down the songs for the videos to avoid like copyright. If we leave the whole song, it will just get blocked straight up. I try to make it so that the cuts aren't jarring, so that it flows and you maybe don't even notice. And people get upset with me anyway because I cut their favorite bar or something. I don't do that for fun. Like that takes me hours to get that perfect. And then I upset people anyway and I feel so bad. So that's one of my biggest challenges. Yeah,
kind of along those lines, just kind of reminding myself that like we are dealing with the internet. So let's say you're reacting to an album or a song, whatever, and then I provide my little commentary, but then I might like mess it up or just a little mistake where between me and you, it's no big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It's not affecting your listening experience.
On the internet.
But like when we post this, like obviously these people that are watching it, like this might be their favorite album or like they're huge fans of the album, and they start pointing stuff out that I messed up on, and I kind of feel bad about it because I feel like I'm like letting down the community, or you know what I mean, like I feel like I'm losing like I lose credibility by making these mistakes, and then I just feel self-conscious about it. How is Molly so good at catching and understanding hip-hop?
Thank you. If you think that, I appreciate that you hold my ability in such high regard. I don't know if I actually do catch on more quickly than you expect. I don't know. I think that it might largely be due to having a background in languages. So for my honors degree, my final dissertation, I did research into the translation of wordplay in the subtitles, French subtitles of BoJack Horseman. And then when I did my master's degree, I did more research into the translation of wordplay. And then I did my thesis on the translation of tongue twisters, again, in the French subtitles of BoJack Horseman. And I'm just absolutely fascinated by that. I'm fascinated by wordplay, by language play, all of it. And I think that rap is very largely based on manipulation of language, wordplay, language play, rhyming structures, alliteration, all of that stuff. So maybe because I have a strong background in that, maybe I am at an advantage there, or maybe I have a greater appreciation for it, or I look for those things. I don't know. And maybe that helps me pick up on things more quickly, or I don't know. I don't know if that answers your question, but favorite movies and TV shows.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Eternal Sunshine.
Memento.
Those are mine too.
Yeah, you know what's funny is we spoke about movies when we first were friends, whatever, and you said you liked Memento and Eternal Sunshine, and I was like, do you want to get married now?
And it's also funny because I said those and I avoided saying one of my favorite movies was 500 Days of Summer because I had been made fun of saying that in the past, so I didn't say it. And I said, what are yours? And one of Archie's was 500 Days of Summer.
I love 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah. So Eternal Sunshine, Memento.
Social Network.
Oh, yeah.
Whiplash. Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express. We watch that once a month. It's a masterpiece. I love that movie.
Superbad.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Drive.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Popstar.
Never stop, never stopping.
Yeah. Or something like that. It's with Andy Samberg in The Lonely Island. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's
you should watch
hilarious.
that.
Yeah.
My favorite TV show of all time is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watched that when I was a kid, and then it never gets old. Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that's one
Childish
of my
Gambino.
favorites. Yeah, for sure.
There's a show based here in Canada. It's a travel show based in Canada. These two Canadian guys who travel the world. It's called Departures. That was released in the mid 2000s. That show it really changed my life. Really inspired me to travel and try other things. Mm-hmm. Black Mirror.
Oh yeah.
I love Black Mirror.
Yeah. My favorite TV show of all time is BoJack Horseman. It is absolute perfection. It's a masterpiece. It's one of the greatest pieces of modern media. I think it's the greatest show of all time. I'm currently rewatching it for the 5th time this year. I've watched it 5 times this year already. Yeah. I absolutely adore it. Quite a few people asked us what our hobbies and interests, passions are.
Yeah, music. I've always liked music since I was a kid. I didn't realize it was a passion because I just thought everybody liked music. Mm-hmm. And obviously that's not the case. I recently got into making music during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law hooked me up with Ableton. And then I just started making beats. So
he's extremely good. I'm gonna put it in the description. Yeah,
we'll link that in the description. My solo channel on YouTube, so you can check it out. I make all sorts of music, like hip hop, ambient, lo-fi, electronic, whatever.
Yeah.
What else?
Photography.
Of course. Photography. That's obviously one of the reasons why
we're huge on photography.
Yeah, photography.
Design. We love design. Yeah. I love graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
Interior design. Anything related to design and aesthetics.
Yeah, whether it's furniture or even graphic design, fonts.
Yeah, fonts. Pretty much everything we do is it's related to creativity in some way.
Yeah.
We love Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm personally into sports, basketball, soccer, or football for the Europeans, or the rest of the world, I should say.
I love languages, like I've said already. Super into language.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. Favorite song of all time.
What?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I can't pick a favorite song, like a definitive favorite song of all time. I have too many. I just could not pick one. One that always comes into my head though when someone says, what's your favorite song of all time, is I'm God by Clubs Casino.
Yeah.
Wow. I could just listen to that song on repeat all day.
I'm gonna be pretentious, and I'm gonna say there's a song called Ego by Burial.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a great choice.
It's by Burial with Fortet and Tom York.
So good.
I don't think it's available on streaming
No, it's
like
on
that.
YouTube though.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube. It's a single. It's like Ego/Mirror. I based one of my albums around that song. So check that out. We're thinking of doing a video where we actually talk about our favorite songs, but we were going to do a more creative version of that. So look out for that. Right, the next question is, what do you do for a living outside of YouTube if we don't do YouTube full time? So, yeah, we don't make any money off YouTube. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, he just lifted the copyright.
Yeah, he lifted copyright on a couple of videos, so like those did okay.
Yeah.
But no, we don't make.
We
in
do
general,
not,
we don't make
do not
money.
make a living from YouTube.
Yeah, all the money goes to the record companies. What do you do for a living, Molly?
I do a lot of things. I'm a photographer. I also edit and retouch for other photographers. Previously taught English as a second language and was a translator.
And I work in ophthalmology, so I deal with eyes every day, every week, every month, every year.
Concerts.
Oh,
What concerts
that's a
have
good
we
question.
been to? Archie has a long list.
Yeah, Radiohead, Frank Ocean. I've seen Tame Impala 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I've seen Kanye twice, Beach House twice, Arctic Monkeys like 4 times.
Nice.
Mac Miller. Oh yeah, Nas. I watched Nas perform Illmatic, Danny Brown, JPEG Mafia, K Trinata. The list goes on. The list goes on.
He is a man of culture. I have not seen as many artists as Archie. I mainly went to concerts like when I was a teenager, I guess. So I have seen Bring Me the Horizon 6 times.
Wow.
Blink-182 twice. I saw The Strokes. And then Albert Hammond Jr. We went to see Men I Trust together.
Yeah.
Always together. Half Moon Run
Half Moon Run. Yep.
and Danny Brown.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got tickets to Explosions in the Sky recently. Hoping to see Air
In Montreal.
in Montreal because Air's performing their album Moon Safari
Great album.
as a whole. So there's another recommendation for you guys.
Yeah. We also got a lot of people asking about our music tastes, like in general, what we normally listen to, like our favorite albums that aren't rap, how our music taste has evolved over time, stuff like that. So we actually have a video that we'll put in the description of our top 11 albums of all time. So if you watch that, you'll get a pretty good idea of what we generally listen to. But for me, my favorite bands of all time are Radiohead and The Strokes. We also love like ambient, electronic,
Yep.
indie, rock, pop, tons of stuff. Love Boards of Canada, Aphex Twin. I first loved music when I was 11 and I discovered My Chemical Romance. And from there, I loved Paramore, Panic at the Disco, Mayday Parade. I loved Bring Me the Horizon for a very long time. I moved on to stuff like Slipknot. I loved Metallica.
Damn.
I love Nirvana. I still love Nirvana. And then I discovered The Strokes when I was like 16. That kind of changed my music taste. In my early 20s, I went back to Radiohead. I already knew like their most popular stuff, but like then I got super into them and they became really special to me. And now I love rap.
Yeah, wow. For me, I started off liking R&B music just because when I was a kid, all my friends and kind of my older cousins and stuff, that was their favorite genre. So I kind of just grew up listening to R&B in the 90s. I remember going to church, just meeting up with my cousins and my friends and trading CDs because, you know, obviously before there was no streaming and there was no like high-speed internet, and that was our way of sharing music. Like we had to just do that, and I would record on cassette tapes, play the CD and record on cassettes. So like that's how old I am. So it kind of evolved. In high school, I was listening to this album called Bizarre Ride to the Far Side by The Far Side. My buddy used to play it in his van. I just kind of fell in love with it. I kind of liked the old school hip hop sound. And so then another friend of mine in high school introduced me to like everything, like Illmatic, like Mobb Deep, Biggie, like all the good shit. And then in university, I discovered pitchforkmedia.com. And for those who don't know, like it used to be called Pitchfork Media. Now it's called Pitchfork. I'm not super big on it now. But when I discovered Pitchfork, I just kind of opened the door for different genres, and I just got super curious. So like almost every other day I was taking the bus from university and I'd stop by this record store and just buy stuff. I remember getting into like Radiohead and The Strokes and all that stuff, and then Bjork, and then just kind of blew up after that. And then kind of the rest is history, and I just kind of into a lot. In addition to the video that she mentioned, I'll put in our Spotify profile on there. I made a bunch of playlists on there, different genres that we listen to. There's rap, R&B, there's ambient, there's whatever in there. So yeah.
What age are y'all?
Oh no. What age are y'all? So whatever age you think she looks like,
I probably am.
You probably am. Whatever age you think I am, you're probably wrong.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
I'm in my 20s. Archie is not.
The next question is actually for you. So what has surprised you about hip hop? Preconceived notions, dislikes, favorite artist?
What has surprised me most is how much I love it. I knew that I would like it, or expected to like it, because I love music and a lot of people love rap, hip hop, so why would I also not like it? I like the albums that we've covered. Some of them I listen to like every day. I absolutely like, some of them have become my favorite albums. So I definitely didn't expect to like it as much as I do. I was kind of like, to be honest, I previously thought that most rap was about like alcohol, drugs, gangs, bitches, the club. And I've been very, very pleasantly surprised. Because like hip hop deals with so many things. It's so, or it can be so profound. I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect them to I didn't expect some artists to deal with like the subject matter that they do. Like Kid Cudi, for example.
Yeah.
Dealing with like mental health. I didn't expect that at all. I've been blown away, obviously, by like how they use language. Like it's like poetry. Like I'm just fascinated by it. I'm blown away by like the storytelling. The storytelling in some of hip hop is insane, like incredible. I love it. It's also hilarious. It really is. Rappers are like so funny. Just absolutely hilarious.
So yeah, a few people have asked what are some of Molly's favorite albums that we've reacted to, but we're actually thinking of doing a video for that. We were gonna do a collective, kind of like our favorite hip hop albums, probably 5 of her favorite albums that she's reacted to, and then I was gonna share 5 of my personal favorites. So there's another video you guys can look forward to.
I think there's too much to say to like include in this video. We don't want this to be super long. We already think it's going to be way too long now. So yeah, we'll make a totally separate video about that.
Instruments. Do we play any instruments?
I learned guitar when I was 12 and I'm good at it, but I don't really enjoy it that much. I don't know why. I just don't really connect to a guitar when I play it. I don't feel any connection. It's just something I'm able to do and I'm good at it. When I was 15, I taught myself to play piano by ear. I am not amazing at it, but when I play piano, I actually really feel connected. I actually actively love playing piano, even though I'm not amazing at it. So yeah.
I play on my laptop. I play the ukulele, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that's it.
We have one more long question. I thought this was just a nice question to end it on. What makes a beautiful day for you? I thought that was a sweet question.
Yeah. How about let's try to compile our favorite things
together
to make the ideal day.
Okay. So first, coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee in an aesthetic coffee shop.
Matcha latte for me.
Yeah.
Almond croissants. That's a must. I love almond croissants.
Yeah. So start with coffee, matcha, and almond croissants. Go to a record store.
Yeah. Go to a record store.
Buy some vinyl.
Check out some design stores.
Oh yeah. Aesthetic stores. Design stores, art galleries. Places with photo books.
Right.
Bookstores.
We can pretty much do that all day, to be
Yeah.
honest. On a nice sunny day.
Shoot some film, definitely. That would shoot some film at golden hour.
Sit on a swing. We did that the other day.
We do like sitting on a swing.
We were just chilling on a swing. Yeah.
Go for a drive at sunset.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about summer. We go for a drive at sunset. We drive down the highway and watch the sunset.
Pick up some Popeyes.
Oh,
Pick up some
love
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Yeah.
Or sushi.
Or sushi.
Yeah.
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 Take it back home.
Yeah. Order bubble tea.
Order bubble tea. Chill out. Listen to some Aphex Twin. Some Boards of Canada. Play Animal Crossing.
Play Animal Crossing. Fall asleep.
Yeah. That's pretty much what we do every day.
we do that. Those things, a variation of that,
Yeah.
pretty much every day that we have time together.
Yeah. So there you have it. Now you have more facts about us.
You know, our life story.
Yeah. I don't know if that's of any interest or.
Yeah, I don't know how much we're gonna have to cut down of this. It feels like we've been talking for a long time, and we don't want this to seem super self-indulgent. So, again, if we didn't answer your question, I am so sorry. I hope this was an adequate amount of information for you to get to know us a little bit better.
And again, I just want to thank you guys.
Yeah.
Like you guys, as we mentioned earlier in the video, like we had zero expectations of with this channel. We're just kind of doing it for fun. You know, you guys breathe life into our channel.
Yeah, we really do appreciate you so much.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.